Hello and welcome to another Royal Reviewer live pop-up chat. And today I have to keep checking my days because it is that awkward period just after Christmas when you just don't know what day it is. Well, I don't anyway. So it is Sunday, December the 29th of 2019, just for clarification. Hello, I hope you've all had a wonderful day. I know I have. I've been to see the latest Cats movie. Well, the Cats movie. Okay, I will leave that one there. But in today's episode, we are going to be talking. Well, first of all, I'm going to give a Vancouver/Vancouver Island clarification, or rather correction. Then we're going to move on to the Queen and the royal family at Sandringham Church. And we're also going to be talking about the cellist, the young cellist, who was obviously the musician, well, one of the musicians at Harry and Meghan's wedding, has been awarded an honour by the Queen, or rather will receive an honour by the Queen. So we'll be talking about that as well. So without further ado, I am going to go to the chat room. So let's refresh the screen and then I will find it. By the way, I managed to charge my phone. It's playing up. It played up for a whole day and it's now accepting the charger that goes in it. I thought yesterday I was going to have to buy a whole new phone. I think I'm on the verge of. I think I've looked it up and apparently these things start to go, and once they start to go, it's a bit of a slippery slide. So yeah, I need to get a new phone to do my recordings from. But at the moment, we are up and running and charging and working. So let's see who's around. I think notifications are indeed going out because at the moment we have 97 people watching and it's going up. So hello to everyone who is there. Elderly Poodle says, was the Cats movie as bad as they say? Well, I'm not going to talk about the Cats movie here, but if you'd like me to do a review video on my other channel, Elliot's British Life, perhaps Matt and I could. Let me know if you want a full review. Oh, yay, people are getting notifications. That's really, really, really good. Let's have a look. Oh, lots of people saying they've had a good Christmas. Right, let's move on to the first story. So, yesterday I did just a kind of a quick update whilst my phone only had 25% of battery. So I kind of rushed through two stories. I rushed through the Harry and Meghan's sort of Christmas break being revealed by the press, by the Daily Mail in particular, and I also did a story on Catherine and her announcement over her maternity work. Now, one thing that I didn't realise at the time of making that video is that Vancouver Island and the main city of Vancouver are actually 4 hours apart. So, I will correct myself in saying that Harry and Meghan have not been residing in Vancouver. They have been residing over Christmas on Vancouver Island. So the island and the mainland of Vancouver are actually 4 hours apart. I think it's 35 minutes if you fly, but in terms of if you go by land and ferry, it's actually 4 hours distance. So I would like to make that clarification because a few of you have pointed it out. So there we go. I am making that clarification for those of you who know the geography of Canada. So there we go. Let's see what people are saying. Oh, people are talking about lots of different things. Oh, Southern Lady says, please do a review of Cats. Well, maybe I will for the other channel. We'll have to see how much time I have left. Right. Let's move on to the next story. I'm going to do the Queen next by members of the royal family, and then we'll move on to the Harry and Meghan cellist who received the honour. So I am going to share a link, if I can, if it'll let me, with a load of photographs of the royals attending church. Again, we're not going to particularly read the article, I just want to review the photos. So feel free to peruse and browse if you want to. If not, you can just listen to me and pretend that I'm a podcast. Yes, I know podcasts are very popular these days, but if ever you want to convert me into a podcast, I'm very easy. All you've got to do is turn your screen off and just leave the volume up, and then literally I am a podcast. Or if you're watching on a mobile device, just put me in your pockets. Yes, if you put me in your pockets, I become a podcast. So there we go. I'm easily convertible. literally. Right, so the Queen is wearing yellow today. Obviously, she attends Sunday church wherever she is in the world, but obviously she's at Sandringham right now, enjoying her Christmas break until February, and she has been joined. Well, to be honest, I don't really think the Wessexes have actually left. So I think the Wessexes have pretty much stayed over the whole holidays. But the Queen was chauffeur driven to church, and she was sat next to the Countess of Wessex, Sophie Wessex, and she was wearing beautiful yellow. And the canary. The Queen always looks good in canary yellow, and she had little feathers in the hat with black trim. Obviously, she had her lovely blanket on her lap. On this occasion, it was a blue blanket. She had black shoes, of course, carrying her Lorna handbag. She looked happy and healthy, and she's looking well rested, which is really good. Prince Charles and Princess Anne were also there. I didn't see any photos of Camilla, but we do know that from previous years, Camilla does leave earlier than the other royals because she goes to spend time with her family, because obviously she's got children and grandchildren of her own. So she usually returns to her family home, Raymill, and she normally has a bit of a family Christmas after the main royal Christmas with her family. So I'd imagine that's where she's spending time at the moment. And then she leaves to go to Scotland for Hogmanay, which is the Scottish New Year. So Charles and Camilla will be reunited for Hogmanay. Lady Louise Windsor looking, I mean, again, she's tall. She's a tall girl. And I like her hair in a sort of elegant pony that's going on at the back. Princess Anne striding forwards, the no-nonsense Princess Anne. You could almost see her in Panto. Panto is like a Christmas New Year kind of production that we have in the UK, a bit like a theatre production, but it's kind of funny and a bit slapstick, British slapstick comedy. Princess Anne, I think, would be amazing. I could see her playing, I don't know, Peter Pan or something. Anyway, she'd be amazing. I don't know who'd be the royal panto dame. I don't know. But anyway, royals are looking healthy and happy. Obviously, the Duke of Edinburgh not there. Still recovering, but also he hasn't been attending these public church service. Well, it's not a public church service, but any sort of a time where he has to be seen by public. He hasn't really been making an appearance. Yeah, the Queen just looking very healthy and happy. Sophie Wessex looking very elegant in her cream-coloured coat. I do believe the coat was actually by Max Mara as well. Is it an affordable one or not? No, probably not. It's designer, so it's probably not that affordable. But anyway, it's a gorgeous coat. Vice Admiral Sir Timothy Lawrence, Princess Anne's husband, was also in attendance. Was also spotted. Prince Charles was joking and talking to the crowds as he passed, all the well-wishers, which are still lining the church route on the way. So we see the royals talking to them. Just lots more pictures inside the car, and then that's kind of that story over. Let me just see what people are saying. Terry Turner says, the Panto Dame, Camilla, of course. Oh no, it has to be a man. It has to be a male. The male is always the Panto Dame. It can't be any other way. We have a tradition, it's the male. The male is always the Panto Dame. Yes, we do like a bit of drag in the UK. It's a tradition, it goes back many, many years. Queen Elizabeth the Adorable, hello, my darling Queen, how are you? Did somebody call for me? Yes, we did. We were saying how much we loved your yellow outfit today. Janaya says, you look good, something is agreeing with you. Ooh, it must be life. Yes, must be life. Oh no, somebody lost something. What's happened to Kelly? Oh no. Oh no, right, I don't know what Kelly's lost. What's happened to Kelly? I don't know. But hello to everyone who's literally just made the chat. Marjorie Griffiths says, Vancouver Island has Stanley Park, lots of wild animals, beautiful park, and lots of trees. It looked beautiful from the photographs, and when I looked on the map as well, I did a Google map search, and it looks quite remote. I mean, I don't know if it is entirely, but it looks quite remote, and it looks really relaxing. A perfect place to spend Christmas, I would probably say. Or just to get away for a break. Let's see what people are saying. No, I'm afraid there are no updates on Beatrice's wedding at the moment. Oh, apparently there's nothing wrong with Kelly. I just saw some comments talking about Kelly. Yeah. Anne Nichol says, if you listen to Omid's podcast, he talks to Camilla's son and she goes to her family on Christmas Day. No. She's always the first to leave. Let's put it that way. She has in the past been known, obviously she has her family, but in terms of leaving on Christmas Day, it's not always the case. She does spend Christmas with the royals, and then she'll have a family Christmas, and then she's reunited with Charles, literally up in Scotland. Right, what's Kelly lost? People are saying I'm so sorry to Kelly for your loss. What's Kelly lost? Right, I have no idea what Kelly has lost. Anyway, let's move on to the next story. So, Harry and Meghan's cellist. So if you cast your minds back to the wedding, you will remember that they had a cellist playing, and it was a very poignant moment in the ceremony. The cellist obviously was playing alone, and it was very impactful, very moving. I know some people were saying at the time it moved them to tears, and he is only 20 years old, and he has been awarded, it's been announced, with an MBE in the New Year's Honours list. So the Queen, there are two honours lists. There's the Queen's birthday honours, and there's the New Year's Honours list. So we're talking about the New Year's honours. So at some point in 2020, he will receive this honour from a member of the royal family or the Queen herself. It depends, obviously, on schedules, but the Queen does deputise out some of the honours ceremonies to other members of the royal family. So it could be Prince Charles, Prince William, Princess Anne does it. I mean, it could be other members of the royal family that do the honour. But Shiku Kenneth Mason, age 20, is to receive that honour at some point in 2020. Now, he hasn't literally just received this award for playing for being the cellist at Harry and Meghan's wedding. He was also the first black musician to win the BBC Musician of the Year in 2016. So he's being awarded, obviously, for his contribution to the music industry and the performing arts, which I think is really good. It's actually classed as his service to music, and at such a young age, that is an amazing accomplishment. So I think we can all feel really, really happy for him, and it shows that Harry and Meghan had good taste in choosing their wedding music and wedding entertainment. And there are some photographs that you can find, obviously, and I imagine his performance is on YouTube somewhere. So if you want to go and refamiliarise yourself with his performance, I'm sure it's out there. It's definitely on the official release of the wedding DVD. So you can definitely go and check that out there. I think he was also interviewed for the Lorraine show, so there's probably a clip of him being interviewed for Lorraine as well. He actually released a little statement, which I'm going to read, and he said, "I am absolutely thrilled to be awarded the MBE for services to music. I was so lucky to have dedicated support of my parents in giving me the opportunity to have specialist music lessons from a young child. I also had incredible support from the state schools I attended in Nottingham, where music was promoted for its value in developing listening skills, teamwork, self-expression and hard work. The love and enjoyment for this great art is something that should be available to everyone, regardless of background. I am committed to continuing my work with organisations such as the London Music Masters and Future Talent to reinforce the benefits of access to music for all young people." So, I think also, obviously, his work in trying to get access to music, access to learning, access to the arts has also been a major contribution in him being put forward and awarded the MBE. So if you don't know the honours process, you have to be nominated, and you can't nominate yourself. So two independent people have to nominate you. They can know you, they can be friends or family, but they have to have a valid reason for nominating you. Usually, if you're just a regular member of the public who's doing charity work, or it's usually something that you've done that's had a real impact, and usually over a length of time, a dedication, or it could be something that's maybe a short time that you've been doing something, but it's made a big impact if it's blown up in the media or something like that. So you can be awarded things for, you know, campaigns or things that you've done that are really short, or it can be a lifetime's dedication. This then gets put forward to a committee, and the committee decide which honour, if any, that you are that you can receive, and then obviously those are kept secret and announced either on the New Year's honours list or the Queen's birthday honours. So, so yes, you can't nominate yourself, so don't even try. Let's go to the chat room and see what people are saying. Queen Elizabeth the Adorable says, yellow looks very pretty on me, but I must say the colour pink makes me look adorable. I loved you in the pink outfit, Your Majesty. It was truly amazing. Karen K says, what tiara are you wearing today? Can't see it well. It is the Spencer family tiara. Get a good look at that. That's gorgina. Yes, it's the Spencer family tiara today. Arnold says, George the poet turned his down. Yes, so people can turn it down. And what happens is, it actually gets put in a drawer. So they aren't actually removed. Once you've got one, you've actually got it. Whether you turn it down in receiving it or not, you actually have it. It kind of can't be revoked, if you like. So once you've been awarded it, whether you accept it or receive it or not, there have been cases where people have actually had it and then sent it back. And it's actually, I've actually seen it in a documentary where they actually keep them in a drawer. So if people change their mind in the future, they are actually there that you can have. So, so yeah, people turn them down, or they can send them back if they don't want them, but they aren't actually gone. Once you've been awarded it, I'm afraid you've been awarded it, whether you like it or not. Karen K says, gorgina indeed. Dawn says, love your vlog, thanks so much for your dedication, happy new year to you, and yours from California. It's nearly, isn't it? It's nearly New Year's. What are you doing for New Year's? I'm going out, so yeah, I'm going out for the first time in ages. I'm actually going out for a New Year's Eve, so that will be really, really good. Kelly agrees, gorgina for the Spencer tiara. Terry says, did you hear that the recipients of the honours have their names and addresses released? Well, it shouldn't be. So yes, this has been a mishap, and some high-profile people and other regular people as well, their addresses and their homes were actually published. Not intentionally, it was a mistake. And I don't think that was actually from the palace either. So yes, a mistake was made, and some high-profile addresses were actually released, which was not intentional. Laura Terry says, I need to find one of them. I have the Cambridge tiara and Lovers Not, and wanting to get that one. Ooh, now this one was from the Royal Look for Less, I think. Spring Green says, no attention needs to stay on Andrew or anyone else, rich or poor. Trust me, I do not think any attention is going away from Andrew in 2020. I think, obviously, the Prince Andrew story will continue into 2020, depending on what happens. So, yeah, we are awaiting any further updates on that story. Where are we going on New Year's Eve? I'm going to some friends. Thank you, Queen Elizabeth, who's blowing kisses my way. Mwah to you, Your Majesty. Alicia says, will he receive a title? If you're talking about the cellist, he will be entitled to put MBE, Member of the British Empire, after his name. So he will be first name, surname, MBE. So yes, so in a way it is a different form of address. So yes, it's an honour that you can display at the end of your name. You can have it on your passport, you can have it on your bank card, you can have it changed and put on your driving license. You can insist that people put it on your letters. So yes, you can change all your information to say first name, surname, MBE, or if you've got an OBE, an OBE, or a CBE, or whatever it might be that you receive. So yes, you can. He will be entitled to MBE after his name, which will be really, really good. It is a great honour. It is what it says. It is what it is on the tin. It's an honour. Alicia says he deserves it. Indeed. All of these people that receives honours, all of their work is looked into. It's not taken lightly. They aren't given lightly. So yes, he is very deserving. Any royal predictions for 2020? Oh my goodness. Well, 2019 has been a very interesting year. I mean, obviously we've got the launch of the Sussex Foundation. We've got the continuing work of the Cambridges, of which we're probably going to have more announcements over the holidays. We have Beatrice's wedding coming up at some point. We have the ongoing Prince Andrew story that's developing over time. So we have a lot going on. Potentially we could have some more pregnancies. I mean, hey, it's all probably going to go down in 2020. Barbie says, wow, 275 watching. Yes, if you're watching, please give me a big old thumbs up. Christine says, a quiet night at home for you. It's too crazy out there. It wasn't too bad in the shops. And I did have a look in the phone shop about getting a new phone as well. And actually, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. Queen Elizabeth the Adorable says, everyone deserves their honours. They are gifts from yours truly. Indeed. Indeed, indeed. Right, so I think that is about it for today's news. And obviously, the royals aren't doing any proper engagements over the Christmas period. They are with their family, and it is their downtime. So yeah, not a terrible lot going on. I'm still going to be putting out my weekly vlog, which I'm going to go and start editing after this. So I'll be doing like a present haul and things, a Christmas present haul and things like that for my weekly vlog. So if you don't know, if you're kind of new to the channel, I do have another channel called Elliot's British Life, where I do a weekly vlog. So it's just basically a load of random clips, in chronological order, of course, of my week. So yes, if you want to see a bit of Christmas Day filming, if you want to see what I got for Christmas, it will probably premiere at 7 PM Monday, which is tomorrow. So do go and check that out. Let's see what people are saying just before I go. Kelly says, can't wait to see what you got in store for the weekly vlog. Yeah, so tune in. Right, I'm going to go now and start editing the weekly vlog. So, if you have enjoyed this video and all the updates that I'm able to give you, then please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media, and also do hit that bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. So, until next time, from me in Shropshire, mwah to you all, and goodbye.